Parental Primary wins National Renewable Energy Competition. Prime Minister proposes new age limit for alcohol consumption and gambling. The TTPS warns parents of their legal responsibility during the July-August vacation, and the TRHE begins its summer internship program. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Tuesday, 8th July 2025. Tonight we begin with a developing story out of Scarborough. Police are investigating the discovery of a partially decomposed body near the Scarborough fishing depot. The discovery was made this afternoon. Details remain unclear, but eyewitness footage shows authorities retrieving the body from the shoreline. The victim has not yet been identified, but Tobago Updates will continue to follow this story and provide updates as more information becomes available. 3 Standard 4 students of the Parental Anglican Primary School have made Tobago proud by capturing first place in the National Renewable Energy Competition with their innovative wind turbine project. Led by young innovator Mercy Mitchell and guided by her dedicated teacher Candice Ragcom, the team of classmates designed and built a functional wind turbine model that impressed judges with its creativity, efficiency, and environmental relevance.
We had to create a source of energy, so we decided to make a wind turbine and we came first place in the competition.
Maya Monroe and Felicity Hoston wowed the panel not only with their technical skills, but also with their teamwork, knowledge of clean energy, and a passion for protecting the environment. Their project focused on harnessing wind power as a viable, eco-friendly solution, especially for rural and coastal communities like theirs in Tobago. Last evening, during the United National Congress's Monday night report, Prime Minister Kamala Bissessa announced a government's plan to increase the legal drinking age to 21 years. She also revealed the plans to impose new restrictions prohibiting gambling and the smoking of marijuana for individuals under the age of 25. Here's more from Kimberly Mitchell.
Prime Minister Kamala Bissessa is making changes to Trinidad and Tobago's laws governing alcohol and marijuana use and gambling, aimed at protecting young people from early exposure to addictive and harmful substances.
I move now to addiction. I've spoken about this in the campaign. Gambling, marijuana, alcohol legislation will also be brought to Parliament.
She announced intentions to raise the legal age for gambling and marijuana use.
We intend to raise the legal age for gambling and marijuana use to the age 25 and older.
She further proposed the new legal age for alcohol consumption.
And the legal age for alcohol will be raised to 21 years and older.
The Prime Minister's statements last evening on raising the legal ages for alcohol, gambling and marijuana use mark a significant policy direction signaling upcoming legislative action. I'm Kimberly Mitchell, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
In Trinidad and Tobago, the long July-August school vacation is a time for fun and freedom for children. But for parents, it comes with a stark legal warning from the police. Ensure your child is safe and supervised, or you could face serious charges. Reporter Jewel Green-George tells us more.
With schools out, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is launching a major child safety campaign, putting the legal onus for supervision squarely on parents. They're warning parents that leaving any child under 18 unsupervised is a violation of the Children's Act. This warning comes as the Children's Authority continues to field thousands of reports of child endangerment annually. Acting Assistant Superintendent of Police, Sharon Williams, says the law is unequivocal.
Section 4 of the Children's Act talks about the parents responsible. They are ultimately responsible for the safety of their children. So you as a parent are responsible for preventing that child from any harm.
The warning extends to common scenarios like leaving a teenager in charge of younger siblings. Police say even if the older child is 16 or 17, it's still legally considered inadequate supervision.
Big one, really not 18. It might be a 16-year-old, a 15-year-old, or 11-year-old, as the case may be. So we advise against that, right? That is the law. They must be supervised.
And for thousands of children heading to summer camps, the TTPS urges parents to conduct their own background checks on the organizers and the environment.
Do your due diligence. So we're asking that you check with the operators, the supervisors, the environment in which this child is going to be placed at, right?
This message is clear. During the holiday period, convenience cannot override responsibility. For authorities, protecting the children is a top priority, and they're holding parents accountable to ensure that happens. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
My name is Tina Macmillan, your last year's third place winner and Miss Photogenic for last year's Miss Heritage Personality Show. And this year, I want to carry you with me for my Tobago Heritage experience. I'll be hosting with Tobago Updates, bringing you live coverage behind the scenes and also their giveaways, tickets to the heritage events, and a 2-night stay to the Manzolina Grand. So you need to stay locked on to Tobago Updates on all their social media platforms, Kina Macmillan on Facebook and originalmedusa.tt on TikTok. My Tobago Heritage Experience with Tobago Updates. Stay tuned.
Do something and roll back, come let me reel. I make a brush back. Do something and roll back, come let me reel. I make a brush back. Do something and do something.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want. Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, along with the Tobago Regional Health Authority, have officially launched the third installment of their summer internship program. The initiative continues to provide invaluable hands-on experience for students and young adults aspiring to pursue careers in the healthcare and public service sectors. The program pairs interns with professionals across various departments at the Scarborough General Hospital and other TRHA facilities. Alia Balgobin has the details.
CEO of the Tobago Regional Health Authority, Dr. Delmon Baker, offered words of encouragement to the incoming cohort of interns. He reminded them that while the program includes a stipend, its true value lies in the experience gained.
So when she said to me, the money, I understood. Because this internship program not only brings you into the family of the TRHA, which is transcending through what I would think of as one of its most challenging years, because we like challenges. I have a secretary that I love to tell people, you say, me, or you could worry about anything you want. I have faith. The sky
Dr. Baker reminded the cohort the reason why they are part of this internship.
This year's theme, Empowering Our Youth to be Future Leaders, speaks directly to your presence here. You are not just trainees. You are tomorrow's innovators, tomorrow's decision makers, and its change agents. The TRHA's internship program was designed to offer you far more than work and a little money.
Dr. Faith Brebner, Secretary of the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, commended the interns for stepping into their leadership roles, acknowledging their commitment to personal growth and public service.
Because leadership, especially in health, is not just something that you stumble into. And I'm glad you said it, my dear. It is not just something that you stumble into. It is something that you grow into. You grow into it with mentorship, with support, with knowledge, and with this thing that you have now, which is opportunity. Opportunity. Do not waste this opportunity.
As the interns begin their training with the TRHA, they are stepping into an important chapter of personal and professional development. These young professionals will be exposed to the reality of healthcare system while gaining hands-on experience under the guidance of seasoned medical and administrative staff. AMPLIA Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, filled with excitement, the fresh batch of interns at the TRHA are stepping into roles across both the medical and administrative sectors. The internship program is now in its third year and continues to be a cornerstone in developing the next generation of healthcare workers and public service leaders. Here's AMPLIA Balgobin once again with more details.
2024 intern Jaylene Jennings Henry officially welcomed the 2025 cohorts of interns to the TRHA's summer internship program, encouraging them to embrace the opportunity with passion, commitment, and determination. She personally reminded them that while the internship offers valuable experience and personal growth, it also represents a competitive environment.
No one is here to hand you an opportunity. Whether you like it or not, life is a competition. You are competing amongst the best of the best to excel in this life. No one's here to feel sorry for you. I'm gonna be point blank with you. You need to excel and go above and beyond for what you want in this life.
Jennings Henry urged the interns to go above and beyond in their duties, noting that the internship is not just about fulfilling tasks, but about demonstrating initiative. While commending the TRHA for the meaningful program, she gave suggestions on areas that can be improved. Among them,
my advice would be to invite younger speakers. The different age groups and different experiences in life would help younger people get a different perspective, a different view on life, and a different view on aspects in any field.
With some interns entering the program with high expectations and others simply keeping an open mind, one intern shared their hopes for the journey ahead.
My expectations from this program is to, one, develop my leadership skills and proceed forward in becoming a better leader, exploring and getting hands-on development in the area of engineering, as well as expanding my knowledge to see where in the healthcare industry can I continue and improve and bring my knowledge as an electrical engineer in the biomedical area to develop healthcare and even other parts of society around the world.
As this new chapter begins, both the interns and the TRHA look forward to a summer of learning, growth, and meaningful contribution. This is AMPLIA Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Turn to more analysis of the recent SCA results. The Division of Education, Research and Technology hosted a press conference yesterday offering a comprehensive look at the educational performance of the 2025 SCA examination. Zarisha Hackett, the Secretary of Education, Research and Technology, and Bobby Andrews, Planning Coordinator Officer at the Office of the Chief Secretary, provided insight and analysis highlighting both areas of progress and ongoing challenges. In this Kimberly Mitchell report, the Education Education Secretary shares plans for improvement in numeracy and literacy. Here's more.
Zerisha Hackett, Secretary of Education, Research and Technology, said her division's proactive strategy for addressing areas needing improvement within Tobago's education system.
By way of DIRTEC's approach to addressing the challenges, it was revealed that English and mathematics scores play a pivotal role in overall attainment.
Hackett emphasized that these results will directly inform the division's efforts to improve literacy and numeracy within the Tobago's education district. The division plans to use the insights gained from the C examination data to refine existing programs and develop new targeted interventions, ensuring a more effective and responsive approach to foundational learning.
The results are illuminating and they therefore point to DIRTEC's approach to addressing literacy and numeracy in the Tobago Education District, as well as creative writing in the various initiatives and the widespread appeal to stakeholders of the role each family and community will play in achieving quality education and innovative people in our creation of the greatest little island on the planet.
Planning and Development Officer Bobby Andrews believes a significant shift requires sharing vital information broadly so all involved from the district level to school leadership and individual households can internalize and contribute to this goal.
I would like to say that it means that we will have to make some basic recommendations to expand the outreach to the stakeholders, to share the necessary information so that we can earn this shift in educational attainment for the island, that the island becomes known for educational excellence as it was in the past at one point in time.
Regarding the literacy, numeracy, and creative writing skills challenge, he highlighted the general weaknesses observed among male students and stressed the need for targeted interventions to close the gap.
That we could focus on literacy and numeracy and creative writing because we also have to focus as a result on the general weakness that we see among male students in these areas.
The unified approach, which is being undertaken by the division, aims to drive significant educational advancement for Tobago. I'm Kimberly Mitchell, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Springs. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
In Tobago's education sector, recently released results from the high-stakes secondary entrance assessment exam reveal that while girls are performing close to the national average, boys are falling significantly behind, a trend that officials say is suppressing the island's overall academic achievement. Reporter Jewel Green-George has the details.
Officials of the Division of Education, Research and Technology are analyzing the results from this year's SEA exam. While nearly 1,000 students sat the exam, the data reveals a troubling split along gender lines. Tobago's average score was 193, 7 points below the national mean of 200. But the breakdown has officials concerned. Assemblyman Zorisha Hackett, Secretary for Education, Research and Technology, says the performance of boys is a primary factor.
And so what this means is that overall, our girls who are about 3 points away from our national average, but our boys with 10 points adrift of this national mean. And what this does is underscores the importance of focusing on gender and the performance of boys in the Tobago Education District.
This gap is even more pronounced among the lowest performing students. Of the 134 students who scored below 30% and are considered for remedial action, the overwhelming majority were boys.
So of that 134 students, to reiterate, we had 95 boys and 39 girls.
This issue of male underachievement in education is not unique to Tobago, but is a well-documented challenge across the wider Caribbean. Researcher Bobby Andrews in the Division of Education, Research and Technology says it requires dedicated and targeted strategies.
It points to us to remain focused on treating with male underperformance in the education system.
He said the goal now is to further dissect these results, identify the root causes, and ensure that support systems are in place long before exam day.
It speaks to the issue of total education, which is leaving no one behind, and having really the equivalent of a zero tolerance policy on failure and ensuring that there's intervention and support for anyone who is not progressing.
The Division of Education says it will enhance stakeholder consultations in the coming months to address the areas of concerns and build on the areas of progress. For now, the focus remains on closing the gender gap. For Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green-George.
Now to this, authorities in Tobago have launched a full investigation after thousands of dead baby fish washed ashore at the popular Cocoa Reef Beach, prompting officials to issue a public advisory. The Tobago House of Assembly's Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, Environment and Sustainable Development confirmed it is investigating the unusual occurrence with support from the Institute of Marine Affairs. Here's more.
In a media release, the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development has asked the public to take precautionary measures, including avoiding swimming at Cocoa Reef Beach, not collecting or consuming any dead fish found in the area, and avoiding fishing in the immediate vicinity until a cleanup is completed. The official response follows viral online footage and eyewitness accounts of the disturbing scene. An eyewitness, Cassius Taj, aka Cash, described his shock when he stumbled upon thousands of dead fry last Sunday morning.
We just turned around and looked at the sea, and when we looked at the sea, we noticed there was a lot of fish.
He said in all his time in Tobago, the sight was completely unprecedented.
I've never seen anything like this in Tobago before. This was my first experience.
What made the scene even more unsettling was the complete absence of seabirds, which are normally abundant in the area.
And there's always birds around that is diving into the water and catching the fish. And for some strange reason, all this fish was there and there was no birds around.
The lack of birds led him to suspect the fish might be unsafe.
And it seemed like even the birds knew not to even come there to eat those fish because I don't know if it's contaminated.
While the exact cause remains unconfirmed, such events can be triggered by several environmental factors, including low oxygen levels in the water, a condition known as hypoxia, or chemical pollution. For now, officials are continuing their investigation while residents are left to monitor the water, hoping for answers. Jewel Green-George for Tobago Updates Television News. Tobagonians hoping to travel to the United States will now have to pay an additional $250
following the approval of their non-immigrant visa applications. The new, quote, visa integrity fee, end quote, is part of the sweeping One Big Beautiful Bill signed into law by U.S. President Donald Trump on July 4th. The bill, which spans nearly 900 pages, introduces a series of government reforms, including tax cuts, enhanced immigration screening, and increased security funding. For Tobagonians applying for visitor, student, temporary worker, or business visas, this additional cost will be applied after their visa is granted, significantly increasing the overall expense of traveling to the U.S. Local travel agents and residents are already expressing concern over the impact of the new fee, with airfare, visa appointments, and associated costs already posing a challenge for many Tobagonians, especially young students and families. This added burden could deter travel plans or make plans of studying abroad more difficult. The U.S. government has defended the fee as necessary to improve vetting, prevent visa fraud, and support national security efforts. However, critics argue it places an unfair financial strain on applicants from smaller developing countries like Trinidad and Tobago. The U.S. Embassy in Port of Spain is expected to provide further updates on when the fee will officially take effect. In the meantime, Tobagonians planning to visit the U.S. are encouraged to factor in the additional cost and to closely follow embassy announcements for the latest information. We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
Hello, New York! Are you ready to celebrate the essence of Crusoe Land and the culture of Tobago? Well, get ready for Tobago Day in New York City, hosted by the Tobago Empowerment and Alliance Mission, Sunday, August 17, 2025, Nazareth High School Courtyard, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 12 noon to 8 p.m. We bring the Tobago vibes to the Big Apple. Live music, Tobago food, cultural performances, and family fun. So bring Tanty, Granny, the uncle, invite the whole neighborhood. Just bring everybody and bring your significant other too. Come celebrate Tobago Day in New York City, Sunday, August 17th, Nazareth High School Courtyard. But hey, I forget to tell all you, it's we 10th anniversary celebration. For more information, call 929-327-7857 or check Team's Facebook and Instagram pages, Team Tobago Day.
TNTech is pleased to advise that its Roxborough Service Center has reopened. Starting Monday, 10th March, customers can once more visit the Roxborough Administrative Building to pay TNTech bills, request new connections, and more. TNTech, powering the nation into the next generation.
Now for a look at the weather update from the T&T Met Office. Tonight is expected to be fair to partly cloudy with a few lingering showers. You can look forward to a cool 25 degrees Celsius temperature tonight. For tomorrow, a few showery spells favoring the morning period will interrupt generally fair, slightly hazy, and at times breezy conditions. There remains a low chance of the odd heavy shower or thunderstorm. Daytime temperatures are set to reach 31 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 34 degrees Celsius. Seas are expected to be slight to moderate with waves near 1.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. You can look forward to the sunrise at 5:45 and the sunset at 6:30. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of our headlines. Palatuvere Primary School wins National Renewable Energy Competition. Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesa proposes new age limit for alcohol consumption and gambling. The TTPS warns parents of their legal responsibility during the July-August vacation. And the TRHA begins its summer internship program. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a great night.